Hello there, everyone. This is Laura Myers and Venus Tamturk for CMS-Connected. We are joined by James Norwood, the EVP of Strategy and CMO at Episerver, and he's here to discuss with us some of the exciting things that are happening. First of all, I'd like to thank you so much for having us here. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for joining us.
2017.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Quite fantastic. So, with all the new features that are coming out and the solutions that are offered, do you feel that there is one or two common problems businesses are facing that they don't need to face, like if there's solutions that they're not quite aware of yet?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I mean, for us, and as the industry we're in, it's about, is your website engaging enough? I mean, the simplest problem is, do you have a website that delivers experiences that are going to make a difference? And some of the things that you can do simply around that, even without thinking about it, is things like A/B testing, for example, is like working out whether one approach or another is going to resonate with your audience. So there's lots of easy things you can do, but we're a company that's created our business around content management, and so it's how relevant, how rich is that content, and is it something that is going to educate, that's going to gel, that's going to create some sort of a loyalty with the customers that's going to really make them want to go to the next level with you. So I think it can be very simple. It can be down to just content and then making sure the content is something that makes sense for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So like today and yesterday, we have been seeing all the cool features you guys have been working on. They're all great. But I was just wondering how much of them actually customers are using and putting them in use and utilizing.
Yeah, no, again, it's an interesting one in our space, because one of the things that we do find here at Episerver is we have this broad platform that does so much already that many of our customers actually aren't using everything that's in there today. And that sort of begged the question of why you're not using all of the potential of the platform. And because many of our users they're marketers, they're commerce professionals, and they tend to be a little bit overwhelmed and overburdened by the demands of the business. So we have lots, and our job is to help them with broader adoption by showing them ways that they can get more benefit from the system, and also by automating a lot of those things for them so that they don't have to go and do it themselves. And a perfect example is, for years in content management, there's been these rules. So you can say, well, I can set up a rule to say if someone comes to my website with black hair from Turkey, then show them this. But you're never going to have the time to set up all those rules and maintain them. And something that Episerver's been able to do now is to use machine learning and algorithms to actually start to learn that and then just deliver you what you need. And that basically makes it easier for our customers to focus on adopting more of the potential of the platform, because a lot of the heavy lifting is done for them.
And speaking of potential and being so forward-thinking, are there areas that you think in the entire landscape of digital experience that you're going to see more growth in?
Yes, I mean, a couple of areas that we're already seeing growth in, and it's clearly the way the industry is going. There's definitely a digital commerce retooling that's going on at the moment. There's a lot of very aging commerce platforms out there, highly customized, some homegrown, some that have been in place for a long time. And I think there's the fact that the agility you get from the cloud, the potential you get from the cloud is making a lot of, not just B2C retailers, but anyone that has an online commerce store start to look at saying, how do we move to something that's a little bit more leading edge, that can move as fast as our customers are moving. So digital commerce replatforming is definitely a growth area in the industry. And the other one, which we just touched on, of course, is kind of how do you put artificial intelligence, if I can use the zeitgeist, to work for you. So really making use of big data and learning insights that you can then use to actually automate end results, freeing people up to be focused on the more important things. So I think artificial intelligence and digital commerce are the two upcoming areas. And Episerver, because at the heart we're a content management system, we can really encapsulate both those things really well and help pull them together for customers.
Speaking of upcoming things, during your keynote you said we are going to see more powerful use of analytics in the coming years. So what exactly you guys are hiding under the hood?
Yeah. So we like to think of, we take a fundamentally different approach to analytics to the past. And again, this comes back to the fact that today every piece of software out there creates lots of information,
Yeah.
big data, whatever you want to call it, and there's so much information, and whether it's delivered to you through business intelligence tools or analytic tools, the emphasis is back on you to then go and do something with it.
Yeah.
People talk about actionable intelligence, but the action is the human being. And so for us, a lot of these new products we're doing is saying, how can we now arm you with some tools that are going to help do that for you automatically. So we already have our product recommendations, which is ensure that you'll be shown the right things that you'll care about or most likely to care about. That's already available. We have our automated search tools, which means that you're getting the right landing pages assembled for you with the right content and all the sorts of products you like ranked in search order. So all of those are out, but we're also working on contextual content, so personalizing content, not just product offers, but the actual content that's most likely to connect with you, like I mentioned at the beginning. And then finally, just the visualization of customer journeys. That's one other thing we're working on, which we're excited about, which would allow me to say, what has James Norwood done on his journey with his interactions with our organization, or a group of people like James Norwood, and then start to target them more effectively as a segment with the right sorts of messages. So that's about 5 new products that we have under wraps, but will come out gradually during the course of this year.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
We're very excited to report on those when they start to come out.
Good, yeah, it's a busy time for Episerver, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you can see that here at the show, and lots for us to do, and and we've certainly got a roadmap that I think is pretty well aligned with the demands of our customers and where the market's going, so we're excited.
That's fantastic. Well, I think that's all we have for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Great.
much for taking
Thank you,
some time out
ladies.
of the event to speak with us.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Venus.